Formulas in Power Apps can be used for many different reasons, just like in Excel. Let's start with some basic examples. Here we have two text inputs that contain numbers, and I want to create a formula in the label below to add those two numbers together. Rather than having to use cell references such as A1 and B2 like we would use in Excel, instead we can simply refer to the names of the components. In this case, we can type in text input 1 plus text input 2. To reassure us we're on the right track, they even change colour as we type in the formula. Over in the preview, we can see that the formula is not only correct initially with the result appearing, as we change values, the formula automatically updates immediately. As well as using the basic formula syntax to do things like add, subtract, multiply and divide, we can also use functions as well, many of which are exactly the same as you would use them in Excel. For example, I'm going to type in the word max and then open bracket. I'm going to point to text input 1, then a comma, and text input 2. What this does is tells me the highest value of the two. We can see if we type in 100 and 200, it tells me the maximum value of the two is 200. Just in case you're thinking, that's not very exciting, I could have done all of this in Excel, let me show you that formulas can be used for a lot more over here in Power Apps. I've added an image component to the canvas, and I'm now going to use the formula user open and close brackets full stop and then image. This formula brings through the user's profile picture. This is going to take a bit of getting used to, but what that means is formulas are not only used for calculating the answers, formulas can also be used to do a whole variety of other things. For example, you could create another formula that could send an email. Another interesting idea is that formulas can be used along with other properties rather than just text or images. For example, the label that I have here has a series of properties that are visible at the top left corner of the screen. I can select an alternative property such as fill, which is where the background colour is defined, and I could type in a formula here. In my example, I'm going to keep the formula very simple and just use the command red. However, we could, if we wanted to, use things like if statements and change the colour based on a condition. In many ways, the formulas we use within Power Apps are the same as those in Excel. For example, a lot of the same commands and syntax, which is the brackets and commas, are used in the same way. However, Power Apps support many commands and many functions that are not available in Excel. In Power Apps, formulas recalculate automatically as necessary. In our first example, we saw if there was a formula that referred to a text input box, when the value in the text input box changed, the formula automatically recalculates. This video is part of a series called Your Know-How. Watch other videos in the series to learn more about Microsoft 365.